You know, I'm gonna talk about this. I have to, man. There used to be a time where black families, be it good or bad, used to ride and die for each other. There was a time where, mothers back in the day and fathers would check their kids when they got online, made them responsible for the things they did, give them chores and things they needed to do around the house, and do things like take them out and learn stuff like horticulture, which is farming, agriculture type stuff. I'll get into that in a second. Getting the activities and stuff like that. Now it's kids with games and stuff, and families are divided over squabbles of money and all kinds of stupid stuff. This is DJ Wolf Live. Guys, I gotta talk about this. This is 2019. And as the case being, 2019 is nothing like it was back when I was growing up. These kids today have access to so many different resources, but yet their mind's not quite being challenged. When I say access to so many different resources and their mind's not being challenged, because the resources make it available to you now where you don't even have to read anything anymore. You just watch the news and you learn your current events. Or you can go online and listen to an audible book about Cliff Notes or something where to do with a different class or something like that. And then you got so many different choices. You got YouTube now where you can learn how to fix a car, build the engine. I mean, I've worked on stuff on my cars for years because of YouTube. And it was YouTube's help to help me figure out a lot of different stuff. For example, I had a 2000, was it 2000? I don't remember. Was it 2003? No, it was 2008. I think it was 2008, 2009. Ford. No, I take that back. It was a 2013 Ford Escape. Nice little ride. Just had a few problems. I changed the battery out because the old battery was dead. All right. So I changed the battery out, or trying to change the battery out, and find it was so difficult to change it out, I had to go on YouTube to figure it out. It took me an hour and a half to get it off and replace it. Because they got all the ecology stuff on there, all these different computerized connections to it that tell you all these different things and make it do what it do. And it took forever to take all that stuff apart, take the battery out, put the new battery in, and put all that shit back together. It was a mess. But I did it. I do the same with my son's car. He had a Kia. And I do the same thing with that car too. Weird. But what I'm saying is that now for the younger generation out here, they don't have to think as much. And to me, that equals less responsibility because a lot of them now don't have to be responsible to read. It was a thing back in the day when you had to do a comprehensive reading. And you had to write compositions and stuff like that. You had to write up essays and stuff about books you read and all that. Kids don't have to do all that no more. They don't learn about black history anymore. Black history used to be heavily taught in school when I was a kid. And we talking about as far back as the 1970s. Okay? And now it's not even, they don't even rep black history like that in schools. My son wasn't even taught black history in school. He told me that. He said they never taught it. I'm shocked. A kid who grew up as a teenager in the 2000s was never taught black history in school. Never. That's a damn shame. I had to teach them black history. I ain't have a problem teaching myself. But you're not taught that in school. They teach everything else in school about everybody else's history but ours. In 2019. That's ridiculous. But that's, to me, what leads to lack of responsibilities in our community because even though it's not taught in schools, people don't teach it now. If families were family members or parents don't teach their kids about their own history, this I know for a fact. Don't even talk about it. They don't know where it came from. Because the parents didn't bother to stay up on their own history, which is a damn shame. That's where you get lost. These kids, they don't have the responsibilities that their parents, should instill them upon. I don't hear too many about kids liking to read anymore. My day, kids used to love reading books. I used to get this thing back in the day called Weekly Reader. Loved it. They always had the freshest new books and stuff to read, the coolest stuff to read about different subjects. It was awesome. I subscribed to it. But nowadays, kids don't read anymore, man. They watch YouTube post up these stupid ass videos and World Star Hip Hop, all this junk, man. I remember years ago, I used to build computers on the side at one time and sell them. As it goes to what they down here is called Market Pro computer shows, where you could go to different vendors and buy different computer parts and build them. And people would say, what can I get for $125? What kind of computer can I get for $125? I was like, not much. You can't now, but I'm just saying. But at the time, I was like, no, you can't. But my thing is that even then, people's parents didn't want to invest in the kids. This was like back 20 years ago. They expect everybody else to do it. It's everybody else's responsibility to raise the kids but themselves. Not their responsibility, although they're the parent. It just kills me with that, man. And it was like that stupid woman who had 15 kids talking about this is the government's responsibility. This stupid war-eyed bitch. Yeah, I said it. Excuse my French. Talking about it's the government's responsibility to take care of all of her kids. All the kids that she was doing dirty six in the bed with that spawned 15 kids is somebody else's responsibility. I think it was like 2017, whenever the video came, a few years ago. Made you want to slap the taste out of her ass. But she claimed it was only 2 men that had got her pregnant that helped her put out 15 children. I'm like, I don't believe that mess. I really didn't. I don't now, but the sitting there saying somebody's responsibility other than hers. See, part of the problem is that generations of black women, the last few generations, for some reason, told black women it ain't necessarily their responsibility to take care of the kids that they made, even though they made it with some old random dudes, and it's not their responsibility. No, it is your responsibility. It's as much yours as it is the father's, and somewhat yours as well because you chose to have the kids, But the responsibility do fall on both parents to make sure that kid is doing what they're supposed to be doing so they'll grow up being responsible as adults. Because a lot of times you have adults that try to put the responsibility of the kids being raised by other kids in the family. Therefore, it's not a parental thing. And then half the time they ain't gonna listen, no way, but you ain't my daddy, you ain't my mommy. And therefore that kid never learns to be responsible. Ever. As adults, they don't be responsible for their own kids or their own welfare of their parents or anything. They just don't give a damn. That's a damn shame, man. In 2019, people still do that same stupid stuff out here. Until we get it together, we'll never get it together. I'm going to say that. Talking about black unity. Where is it? I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it right now. And I'm going to get there another time. Where's the black unity at? It don't exist anymore. I'm not sure if it ever exists. Well, I think at one time it might exist. It don't exist now. Not in my eyes. I'll be honest. It does not exist. If it did, I'd see it. And I don't. I don't see it at all. I don't see it anywhere anymore. People talk that game, but there is no such thing as black unity. It's null and void. Null and void. That's all it is. Yep. Totally null and void. Alright, guys, I got cut it short here. Of course, I always will have stuff to say in the back burner. This is DJ Wolf, and I'm out.